Everton are showing an interest in signing Renan Lodi in the summer. But where is he going to end up, and should Forest trigger the buy clause? Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to your latest transfer news, I guess. As Renan Lodi is in the talks with not just Everton, but a few other clubs. We'll be discussing all of that in a second. But I want to start first by saying, look, football is a game at the end of the day, and there are more important things than it in life. And a couple of things I want to mention is one of our own, Adam, NFFC, is sick in hospital right now. He's messaging away, and I'm sure he'll be watching this as well. I just want to give him a massive shout out and hope he gets better soon. I'm sure all you guys will show some love to him in the comments down below. And of course, our very own Forest Ant is out cold still with illness. Please do send him some love. He will read it, and hopefully it will get him back to full fitness sooner rather than later. With all that said, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get into this Lodi story. With all the injury crisis Forest have had this season, one of the least impacted positions, or should I say one of the positions we've had the most cover for, has tended to have been at left back, because obviously we have Lodi, I don't know what way you want to say it, whatever. You got Tuffalo, you got Omar Richards, and you've kind of got Nico Williams who can cover in at left back as well. So in terms of strength and depth, left back has been that position pretty much 90% of the season we've had decent coverage for. Lodi came in towards the end of the summer transfer window. It was a big name signing, and I was over the moon and elated. And if you guys remember, he didn't get off to the best of starts, and I told everyone, be patient with him. This is a Champions League quality player, and he will come good. And come good he has. He has been one of our most consistent players after the World Cup. And he is playing out of his skin right now. And it is attracting attention left, right, and centre from other clubs. Now, remember, Forest paid a €5 million, I think it was, loan fee to Atleti to get this deal done for a year. But then more importantly, there's an option to buy at the end of this. €30 million, €25 million minus the... 25 million pounds minus the 5 million already spent. So we would end up paying about 25 to 30 in total for him. But there are talks that maybe he's not going to be number one, or Forest are going to take their time thinking about it throughout the summer, because we still have Omar Richards, who hasn't kicked a ball in anger yet for Nottingham Forest. You got Tuffalo, which gets interesting as well with the whole Anderlecht deal, and now they're chasing Forest on it on legal matters. And you got, as I mentioned earlier, Nico Williams, who for me isn't a right back. He's probably actually better at left back, but that's a whole other video and debate. But the thing is, what does Lodi want? And does Lodi want to stay at Nottingham Forest? And I think that, of course, firstly, it goes without saying, a bit like Hendo, is dependent on where we finish at the end of the season, if we are still Premier League or not. But then after that, I think he has settled quite nicely into Nottingham Forest. He's got some close friends around him. He knows Felipe very well, on and off the pitch, obviously because of their Atleti days as well. And you can see the relationship with him, Scarpa, Danilo, etc. is all coming on nicely. But more importantly, his language, his English, has improved so much since he came. He came in knowing nothing, and he speaks it quite well at the moment as well. So all these are good signs. But the key thing is, we have that £25, I wish it was £25, 25 mil option to buy clause on him. And the question is, would you guys want us to trigger it or not? For me, there is no rush on doing it. Why do we need to bother doing it now when we can do it in the summer? However, Atleti may need to find, may be tempted by other offers. But as it stands, Forest, because we have that contract in place, will potentially get first refusal on the deal when it comes around to the summer. Now, some of you, I've seen it so many times. Some of you have said, let's just buy him now. He's so good. Let's keep him. But with our injury record, I can understand why Forest would wait till the summer. God forbid, what if he was to do an ACL, late into the season and we've already spent the 25 mil on him and he's out for another 6 months or so. So it is safer to hold out and wait until the summer, especially as we have that crucial loan to buy deal. For me, I would love nothing more than for us to sign him in the summer. I think he's fantastic. And some of the clubs that are after him, now Everton isn't going to be the biggest club, but Everton are the ones showing the biggest signs so far. But there will be a lot of clubs vesting interest in him because he is such a versatile left back, can get up and down. We still haven't even seen the best of his attacking side of things with the low block football we've been playing as of late. So wait until we start to expand our football out and you're going to see a great, great player develop. And watch him still settle in, learn the language a bit better. For me, this is almost a no-brainer. But what do you guys think in the comments? Maybe some of you would like to see Omar Richards. He's good, he's physical, he's quick, but he hasn't got that Prem experience. He has spent most of his playing days at Reading, and he got a handful of games, obviously, at Bayern, which is going to be great experience in terms of the prestige of that club, in terms of the types of football they play, etc. So there is a rich of talent there. But what I would say is that Cooper still seems to favour Lodi over everyone else because it has come out that Lodi has been carrying an injury and he's only been about 70% fit. And with a fit Tuffalo on the bench, Cooper has still opted to go with a 2/3 fit Lodi over a Tuffalo. So maybe we should read something into that in terms of how highly Cooper does rate Renan Lodi. And maybe Tuffalo, because he was given the green light to go in the January window until obviously injuries started to hit. Maybe Tuffalo is still up for the chopping block. Although I think he's been quite good overall. I think Tuffalo is a good backup. I still have Lodi way, way out ahead than Tuffalo in my opinion. But what do you guys think? The next topic I want to cover is on Niakate and how close or how far away is he from playing? Please be close. Like, just to remind everyone, we were told about, 2 weeks ago? It feels like a lifetime ago, that Niakate is back on the grass and training in non-contact, and he'd be a couple of weeks from fully integrating into the team, etc. Look, my understanding has always been that they're just trying to slow play him. I think he's fit, and I think we may see him at the very least on the bench for either the Everton or the Spurs game, in the next two coming up. He's getting much, much closer and he can't get fit enough, quick enough for me. But the real question I have is, do you think he will displace Worrell as one of the two centre-backs? Because Felipe is streaks ahead. Whether or not you like Worrell or don't, or think he's good enough or not, I think everyone can agree that Felipe is the more complete centre-back out of the two. But will Niakate be blooded straight back into the team? Or is there even a possibility that Cooper may look to put all three of them at the back with Niakate? Because remember, in that game and a half of magic that we did see him in, actually started in the middle of a back three with Worrell on his right and McKenna on the left. However, even in that game and a half, Niakate is not a renowned central defender of a three. He usually, even in a three, would play on the left side, and when playing in a two, can play on the left side as well. So how would it work? For me, it's quite simple. Felipe, I've said for me quite a lot. I'll stop saying that. Felipe can play either left or right centre back. He adapts to it with no problem. He's done it plenty of times at Atleti. I would slot Niakate back in on the left-hand side next to Lodi, and then obviously once Aurier is fit, or as we have to cope now with Williams at right back, so be it. Maybe even Tuffalo. I don't know. I've seen a few of you guys saying to me, would you consider Tuffalo at right back? I'm always against, and this is just me being obtuse, I'm always against having a left and right back who are the wrong foot for that position, if that makes sense. But maybe I would consider Tuffalo at right back. I don't know if he can play there. Maybe it's a debate we can have on a live stream this week. We will see. But Niakate is close. It's just, is he close enough? And the answer is, we don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully Cooper will give us some information on it towards the end of the week in his press conference. I highly doubt he will show his cards on Niakate, and that would make sense to me, to be honest, because if he is that close to full fitness, then why would you reveal your hand there? We'll try and get you a full injury update at some point during this week. We're just piecing together bits and bobs of sourcing and information from where we can find it, and we'll bring you an update. And it's probably going to be a long video because there's a hell of a lot of injuries. But that will wrap up your Forest news for now. There are some transfer links, but they're very weak and it's very early to be talking about them. So if anything grows on those, we'll let you know. Please don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to Forest Fan TV. And to all of you, I hope you're all well. I hope health is looking good. And remember, football is just football and there are more important things. Come on, you Reds.